Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today actually two more showdown battles for you guys. These two are the ones that I had before uh, my battle against Tom that I uploaded earlier. In that video, I explained my team. I told what was on it and which item was holding, which Pokemon was holding what item, etc, etc. So if you haven't checked that out, please go in the description. There is the link to that video. And well, today I have two other battles for you. I'm doing those post commentary. Yeah, the first battle is on your screen right now. It's myself, James Blee, I don't know where that came from, versus Uppercut. I don't know who that is. It's just someone from Showdown, what I said. I play these battles on Showdown. Well, on my team we have my choice card Raichu, my Sheer Force Life or Mawile. That is pretty damn powerful, actually. My Sword Stance Roost Bulky Eviolite Scyther. Then my Miltank, who is Cleric and Rocks and that stuff. Assault Vested Poliwrath with Power Punch, and my Screen's Claydol with Rapid Spin. So I say let's get it on. Well, quickly his team. We see the Prinplup that's actually boosted to NU, I guess, because people use it a lot with Defog and Stealth Rock that it gets, and of course with the Eviolite. Then we see the Magmortar, actually pretty scary to my team, because Mix Magmortar can do a lot with the Earthquake on my Raichu, the Earthquake on Mawile, or the Fire type move on Mawile, the Fire type move on Scyther. They can carry Focus Blast, they can carry Thunderbolt. Yeah, so it's pretty scary to my team. Then we have Electivire. I actually really don't know why it is in NU. Maybe, yeah, probably because other Pokemon outclass it in RU and above. Because it is so strong and actually pretty fast as well with 95 base speed, I guess. And then he's got a Miltank as well, which confuses me in this battle. Not with Rocklight, no, not with that. And Ludicolo and a Frogadier, who is NU now as well, with Protein of course. So yeah, I'm talking too much, so I'm getting into this battle. I'm starting off with my Claydol just to get on my screens and get rid of his rocks, because I expect his Prinplup to lead. Yeah, his Prinplup goes for the rocks here and for the Toxic, and I get on my rocks, and my log isn't showing. I have no idea why, but yeah, I switch it to my Miltank when he goes for Scald. He does not get the burn, luckily. So I'm safe behind my screens with Miltank, and I said before, Miltank behind screens is so powerful. I set up my own rocks, and as he goes for the Toxic again, probably not knowing that I carry the Heal Bell here, but now I use it here, and he goes for the Defog to get rid of the rocks and of course of the screens that I didn't know at that moment. Yeah, I just go for the Body Slam, and I can get the first turn paralyzation as he sets up his own rocks again. Yeah, that's pretty counterproductive, I guess. Rocks and Defog on one Pokemon, so that's not one team. So he goes for the rocks and his Toxic again when I go for two more Body Slams. And here's another Body Slam when he goes for the Scald, doing some damage. My screens are gone, so he's doing some more. And now we go for the Heal Bell again to get rid of that nasty Toxic damage. As he goes for the Scald again to whittle down my others here, my Milka, my Miltank. And when I get the free Milk Drink off because he is paralyzed. And here I switch to Hulk, hoping he goes for Scald again. But right now he goes for the Toxic, maybe predicting my switch, I don't know. He tried the Toxic my Miltank before, as I make a double switch into Play-Doh. As he switches into his Electivire, what I was actually expecting. But of course he rocks the Ice Punch. I was expecting that I would take it a little better. But yeah, I get my Reflect up here against this Electivire that can dish out pretty much damage. Pretty good damage, that's what I was supposed to say. Blah, blah, blah. I'm getting behind here. He goes for the earthquake on my Mawile. I survived that because Mawile has some physical bulk. I'm going to pause it actually. So I went for the play rough there, which gets a crit on him and kills it. But yeah, I checked it afterwards. Well, I actually just checked it now. The crit didn't matter. It would do life orb, sheer force, would do a minimum of 98% to a regular electrify, you could say. So with 4 EV advancement in HP, I'm losing track of my breathing. So he sends out his McMortar when his electrify goes down. It's a lot of talking in this post-commentary battle. Of course, also my first one, right? Right, I think it is, yeah. Well, okay. As I go here for the Sucker Punch, which does like, what was it, 40% on his McMortar as he kills me off with the Thunderbolt. So, of course, I don't know yet if he is specs, and yeah, I go for the Volt Switch here, get a crit, dishing out too much damage, as much damage as I can as he goes for the Fire Blast here, which I was kind of cautious for, because Miltank has the thick fat, of course, as I go here for the Body Slam, which and here of course I don't fuck up, just as again against Tom's Lantern, was it, where I went for the Milk Drink to heal up first when that he got the burn, so that I couldn't kill him the next turn. So I was a bit smarter here to just go for the Body Slam and kill that McMortar off. He sends out his own Miltank now, as I go for the Heal Bell, get rid of Toxic, and as he sets up his own curse. And now I wanted to curse myself, because yeah, curse Miltank is very scary. He goes for his own Body Slam, does get paralyzation after. I went for my own Body Slam and didn't get the paralyzation. I go for another one, hoping for the paralyzation, and this time I get it. Paralyzation hacks in this game is so beautiful. And here he goes for the Seismic Toss, which confused me because curse Seismic Toss doesn't check your attack boost, so it dishes out a base 50 HP damage. I fucking my sentences. He goes for the I'm setting up my own Stealth Rock again and use the Milk Drink to get back up to full, and it's a free one actually because he gets paralyzation again. What I said, Parahacks in this match is so beautiful. Again, I get free switch to Big Pika and go for the Focus Blast here, which hits luckily, and well, he goes down to 30%. Get some leftovers recovery, but I go for my Focus Blast again and I hit again luckily. As he goes out into his Prinplup, knowing I am choiced into Focus Blast, and of course I go into Miltank, which can take on this Prinplup, but he's paralyzed again. I go for the Body Slam as he goes for his Defog, yes, for the Defog, to get rid of the rocks again. And here I play around with the rocks and the Defog again, because he uses his own rocks, he gets up his own rocks again, and I want him to get rid of those actually, and I know he will. I know he will use Defog once more. That's why I use the Stealth Rocks here the next turn. He's paralyzed here, hoping he would. I was hoping he would go for the Defog, but yeah, I use my Stealth Rock here again, just for him to go for the Defog, get rid of the rocks, so that I can just kill him. So rocks aren't on my side, but I get my rocks up next turn against his Ludicolo. And of course I'm at 0.6 times evasion, so of course it is what is it? Is whoa, wait a minute. His Focus Blast hits, but yeah, I can just go into my Cider here and actually clean his team up, because he goes for the Bug Bite here, as I go for the Bug Bite here and kill off his Ludicolo, and then he sends out his last Pokemon, his Frogadier, and I go for the Aerial Ace in case he has Shadow Sneak, and then Bug Bite would be not very effective. So I went for the Aerial Ace to finish up this game, and here I won my first game. This was actually my first game with this team. So I won that quite nice actually with 3-0. My walls were all no, never mind. Raichu lives. Poliwrath didn't actually do that much. I switched him in once and got back out. So let's get on to the next battle in just one sec. So here we are with the next battle again. I of course I'm using my same team, and my opponent uses Samurott here, a Toxic Orbs, the Earth Ring. I'm just going to spoil that because of course it's Quick Feet or Guts. I think you can get Quick Feet. I don't know what it was, what it is. He rocks the female she, I have to say actually, she rocks the female Pyroar. This mismatches, which is a threat in NU because it's pretty powerful. What I said in the battle against Tom, of course, high special attack, high speed stats. So use the Evolug. I think Evolug is a pretty interesting Pokemon actually. It can do a lot. It can spin. It gets recover, curse. But yeah, its special bug really just kills it. And of course again the Ludicolo, which is kind of overused here in this tier. So this match is against Gonza 6922. If that is her birth date in European style, then she's actually exactly 74 years older than me. That's interesting. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it will be true, but probably not. So let's get this battle started. In just one sec. I'm going to check if I can get my log now, so I can see how much damage I do each time. So 1 second. So yeah, you can see my my background changed. But yeah, I got my log now, and as you see here, I'm sending out my Hulk, expecting his what did I expect? I guess his Evolug to set up the rocks. So yeah, let's get on into it. As he starts out with the Samurott, this is pretty interesting, and which he goes into this mismatches expecting the fire type attack, so that's great switch. So I go into my big Pika knowing I will outspeed. He goes for the Thunder Wave because I was expecting the electric type move, of course. I go for the Thunderbolt here, which dishes out 70% of his damage, and I know I can take a hit, and so I will take that to take out this mismatches, which made me pretty happy because mismatches is a threat. Here he sends out his Ludicolo, and I can't do much with a Thunderbolt to Ludicolo. So he goes for the Giga Drain against my Milka here. I change the name. He dishes out almost half, so that's pretty scary. He goes for the Scald here, hoping he would get a burn after I get my rocks up. He doesn't get the burn. I'm quite lucky with Scald burns in these battles. He goes just for the Giga Drain again, knowing 2 Giga Drains will kill me. But yeah, I will. No, it wouldn't. I went for the Milk Drink and he uses Focus Blast, but misses luckily for me. That's pretty bad for my opponents, I guess. So I sent out Greenpeace, knowingly I resist the Focus Blast ×4, as he goes for the switch into Evolug as I go for my Swords Dance. So I thought maybe we could get a nice sweep of this. So I go for the Bug Bite, and yeah, well, you see how little that does to this defensive beast, as he sets up the curse actually. So now I can't kill him, of course, in one turn, and he goes here for the Avalanche. I was not expecting that. I'm not familiar with Evolug sets, but yeah, what I said, it can get curse, and it uses here to its full power, to its full potential, taking out my side here after living the hit, and it just does, like, it one-shots my side, of course, because it's super effective. It's 120 base because I hit him. So yeah, what I'm doing here now is setting out my Play-Doh, hoping to set up the Reflect, which I do, and yeah, the Avalanche still does 50% to my Play-Doh, to my Claydol. So now I send in Pink Jaws, knowing that I resist the Avalanche, and hoping that with a Sheer Force, Life Orb, Iron Head, I can take him out, and I do at +1 defense with 164 base defense, I guess. So he goes into his Earth Ring here, going for the Protect to get off his Toxic Orb here. Yeah, and I go for the Play Rough, but yeah, that doesn't do anything, of course, because of Protect. He goes for the Facade, but I resist that. He doesn't get a crit, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I go for the Play Rough, and I almost kill it. till the point that Toxic will take him out. Whoa, he goes into his Samurai here. I know my Big Jaws is done for this battle, so I go with Sucker Punch to dish out 33 more damage as he goes for the waterfall and takes me out. He goes for the Aqua Jet here, and knowing that my Pika will outspeed. But yeah, it doesn't kill me. I go for the Thunderbolt and take out his Samurott. Then he goes into the Ludicolo, and here, as you see, Thunderbolt won't do anything to this thing. It's normal effective, so but yeah, 110 base defense, I guess. I reflect the roll off here. I go into Milka, and yeah, Milka does actually a lot to this Ludicolo. Yeah, he goes for the Focus Blast. This time as a 5, so the previous thing might be specs. Must be specs. So I use another Body Slam, and I'm actually going to tell you some numbers. So it had like what it had left 34%, right? The Body Slam, the first Body Slam on this Ludicolo, I exactly hit did 37.9% damage to this Ludicolo, so he had 35% left. The second Body Slam, I get a damage percent of 34.2%, so that's an unfortunate low roll. He gets his Scald off and kills me. But yeah, it doesn't matter, of course, 1%, one hit and it will kill him. So yeah, I go for the Ice Beam here. I was surprised I outspeeded, so as he just has his Pyro left. So what I'm going to do here, I survived his Hyper Voice. I didn't actually expect that, but yeah, Play-Doh is a special monster, a special defensive monster. I set up my light screen. I am Assault Vest, no, so this Pyro can do anything to me. I save my Hulk for this Pyro, and Hulk wins us the game. So yeah, that was a narrow 1-0 victory against Gonza 6922, which gets me 3 wins with this team actually. So I think it's time for me to test out another team. So I think I'm going to keep doing this, like one live battle with a new team that I'm going to explain at that moment before the battle. I'm going to do one live battle, and then in the next episode I'm going to do two more post commentary battles. If you watch this video, please let me know what you prefer, live battles or post commentary. Maybe I'll set these playing speed of post commentary battles to one bit lower, because it goes pretty fast and I almost yeah, it's all the words go faster in my mind than my tongue can handle. So that's something I need to practice, and that's quite what's the word I'm looking for? It sounded quite weird. Yeah. Let's keep it at that. So yeah, Hulk wins me this battle. So we got a 3-0 against Tom, I guess, right? I think we got we got 3-0 against Tom. We got a 3-0 in our first battle, so and a 1-0 in our second battle. So it's 3-0, 1-0, 3-0. So I'm happy with that. I'm very content with these results. So I think I'm stepping to RU now. Let's step a bit up and then go to OU. I'm not a big OU player. I forget a lot of things there. I know the sets, but yeah, I don't count on everything. So yeah, we'll see how that will work out. But yeah, next session is going to be RU. So I hope you're hyped for that, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and of course if you like our content, all the links are in the description. I have a little bit of a problem with my 2 Let's Plays now, because I don't have a lot of time right now, so they're a little bit on a hold, but I'm going to try to get them back as soon as possible. All links are in the description, as I said before. If you like this video and if you like the content, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, of course. It will help us out a lot. And one more thing I have to say, please follow us on Twitter. We're there as well. We tweet out when videos are coming out, what's happening behind the scenes. Yeah, random stuff about ourselves. We are trying to get into the community of PokeTubers. So yeah, keep track of our desperate tries. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'm